The throwout bearing, also known as a clutch release bearing, is a basic but crucial part that only functions in manual transmission vehicles when the clutch pedal is depressed. There will be very specific symptoms that you should be aware of when you have a bad throwout bearing. But first, let's learn how a release bearing functions before moving on to its symptoms. And please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. How a throwout bearing works. The part of the clutch that momentarily disconnects an automobile's engine from the transmission during gear changes is known as a throwout bearing. The clutch release bearing moves closer to the flywheel when you step on the clutch pedal. The pressure plate's release fingers are forced in as a result. Following that, the pressure plate's fingers press against the force of its spring. You can shift into a different gear as a result of the engine and wheels disconnecting. The throwout bearing returns to its initial position when the clutch pedal is released, allowing the engine of the car to once more send power through the transmission to the drive wheels. Now let's jump to the symptoms of a faulty throwout bearing. Strange noises. When you depress the clutch pedal and hear different noises, it's most likely a bad throwout bearing. The bearing's rollers are designed to be closely spaced apart and have a tight tolerance. However, various noises will start to be heard if there is too much space between the rollers. These sounds can be whirling, growling, squealing, grinding, or rattling. This is merely the result of the bearing's rollers eroding with time and losing tiny amounts of material. It will sound as though the noise is coming from the transmission region. When the clutch pedal is fully depressed, the sound will be the loudest and will disappear when your foot is removed from the pedal. Gear shifting issues. Shifts between gears should be easy and resistance-free. It's possible the throwout bearing has failed if you start to experience some problems shifting or even grinding gears. Your clutch is not fully engaging, which is the issue. However, this shouldn't be the first symptom you encounter with this issue. Those weird noises should be heard first. You should anticipate clutch slipping or problems with gear shifting if you don't get that fixed. Clutch is too stiff. The clutch release bearing, like the majority of other parts of the transmission system, is made with unique lubricating qualities to ensure long-term smooth operation. Regrettably, as the bearing itself ages, so too will its lubricating qualities. It will get harder to depress the clutch pedal the more worn down the bearing is. You won't be able to release the clutch at that point. Then, because you won't be able to shift gears, you won't be able to drive your car at all. Clutch pedal vibrations. Pressing down on the clutch pedal should cause it to descend smoothly. However, if you begin to experience pedal vibrations, it's highly probable that your clutch release bearing is broken or defective. More precisely, the vibrations stem from the throwout bearing's inability to align itself correctly with the pressure plate. This will cause pulsations in your foot. The sensation of the vibrating pedal is comparable to that of unevenly worn brake pads or disc brakes. Replacement cost. As a simple component, a throwout bearing is reasonably priced in and of itself. Since the entire transmission must be removed in order to reach it, the labor-intensive nature of the process is the issue. It is therefore typically advised to replace the clutch and occasionally the flywheel while in there. The price range for a throwout bearing is $30 to $100. Depending on the car, a new clutch can run anywhere from $300 to $800, although the price might vary significantly. If necessary, a new flywheel will cost an additional $50 to $200. As previously mentioned, the biggest expense when replacing the throwout bearing is labor. The throwout bearing and clutch replacement will take your mechanic 4 to 6 hours, so at an average labor rate of $85 per hour, the labor alone will cost you between $350 and $500. To replace just your throwout bearing, the total cost would be $370 to $600. However, since you should probably replace your clutch as well, the entire replacement cost would be closer to $650 to $1,400. Hope the information was helpful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.